Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all doing very, very well. Had some amazing requests while we were on that whole saga that we were doing. Back to the requests from the amazing viewers of this channel. Hey man, nice video. Can I ask your opinion on something? Do you think a 20-inch 4mm rope chain would pair well with a 22-inch 8mm Figaro? Could you show them together in a video? That's what we got going on today. The only thing that stays consistent is the grind. Keep on grinding. Now, unfortunately for this subscriber, I only have a 7.5mm Figaro and then an 8.5mm Figaro. We're gonna be pairing both of those chains with that 4mm rope chain. Personally, off the top of my head, I feel as though a 4mm rope is actually gonna be a little bit small when compared to these Figaros. Whether it's an 8mm Figaro, whether it's an 8.5 like we'll be looking at, or whether it's a 7.5. But keep in mind, I do believe that the 7.5 might be the best. So let's throw these on camera, let's take a look at what we're looking at, and then we'll take it 12 feet away because that's what we do on this channel. In case you guys aren't familiar with this channel, welcome. We take jewelry at a distance on this channel to give you guys the best real life perspective that we can. So let's take a look up close and then we'll go ahead and take this 12 feet back and see if I'm right about this whole pairing thing. I have a feeling that 7.5 may even be a little bit too large. All right, so up close and personal on the hand, as you guys can see, we have the 4mm rope chain right over here. We have the 7.5 right here, the 7.5mm Figaro, and then we have the 8.5mm Figaro. So in between these two sizes, your chain, the 8, would be. This is gonna give you a good idea. Now, remember, I just said that I thought that maybe these would be too big to hang with a 4mm rope chain. I shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean it. You can pair whatever you want, whenever you want, and it depends on the style that you're going. For me, though, I feel for my personal taste, big deal, because what does my taste mean? You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna like what I like. But if you're asking my opinion, I feel as though, just looking at it from a distance like this, it may be a little bit, the 4mm might be a little bit too small to hang. But again, it depends on the look you're going for. It also depends on your budget. So, you know, there's so many variables that come into play here. Personally, would I wear this stack? I'll tell you right now, I don't think so. Maybe after we pair it, I'll get a better idea of whether I would or not. Here's the 4, here's that 7.5, and here's that 8.5. Huge difference in sizes. Check that out. Again, I don't think I would personally do that, but we'll know in a minute. So we have the 4mm hanging at a 20-inch length. We have the Figaro, that's the rope chain, and then we have the Figaro, which is a 7.5 in this particular case. That's hanging at a 22-inch length. You have a nice little gap, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think it looks too bad. To be honest, I don't think it does. Now, as far as Figaros, I've mentioned in the past, personally, I don't like Figaros that are too large. Now, again, that's only my opinion. Has no bearing on what you like. If that's what you like, then that's what you like. Everybody has their own style. Everybody enjoys what they enjoy. Now, why do I like this pair? Because I feel as though the rope, which is a solid piece, is actually doing a great job at kind of catching attention, and having the Figaro with the gaps in it is doing a good job at kind of giving a frame around the actual rope. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I feel like it kind of works. Would I choose these size millimeters? Probably not. I would personally probably go with a 5mm rope, and maybe, again, this is a 7.5. I feel like I might even go with like a 7, something like that on the Figaro, just to kind of give it a better balance. Again, this subscriber asked for a 4mm rope, and an 8mm Figaro. So keep that in mind. I think personally, this is a 7.5. You're going to be going bigger if you had an 8. And so therefore, I feel like an 8 would be way too big to be pairing with that 4mm rope at these particular lengths in my particular style. So let's take this 12 feet back. All right. All the way back, do the Jesus walk, because I haven't done that in a minute. You guys remember that? When I can, give you guys the Jesus walk, because that's what we do here. I used to do the Jesus walk all the time, and then I don't know what happened. Oh man, it feels good to be back here, 12 feet away. It feels good. It's been a while, it feels like. You know, we've been away from the 12 feet gig. Back to what really matters, back to the really important stuff, helping you guys find sizes, all right? Let's throw that 8.5 around the neck and see what that looks like. All right, so we have around the neck again, we have that 4mm rope. This is the 8.5. So I know you were looking for an 8, but again, even I think the 7.5 was a little large. Now don't let the color of the chain confuse you. Take it as a whole, take in those millimeters. Again, if you have a specific style that you're just loving, then hey, you should do that. And if your budget allows, you should do that. But as far as this look, even as far as the look with the 7.5, I feel like with a 4mm rope, even though a rope chain can hang pretty good with a larger chain of a different style, because the rope chain does a great job at looking big, I feel like this is a little much. I do like the 7.5 better than this look, the 8.5. But again, I think I would go with a 5mm rope if you could, and maybe a 7. A lot of the time when people ask me, Joe, what can I pair with a rope chain? I usually give like a 2mm grace as far as the rope goes. So like if you're looking to pair a 4mm rope with something else, I'll say, okay, if you want the rope to hang with the other one, but kind of be just a little bit smaller, go about 2mm difference. That's normally what I tell people. So like a 4mm rope and maybe a 7mm Figaro to make up for the fact that the rope chain looks bigger than what it actually is. And if you want a kind of a balanced look with the rope just a slightly smaller, you know, with a slightly smaller look, at that point, 2mm, in my opinion, a lot of the time does a great, you know, balancing act depending on the chain. So that's what I would recommend. Now, because I am so genuinely happy to be back today, back to our normal routine on this channel, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what a 5mm rope with a 7mm Figaro. I'm gonna go ahead and show that right now. 20 inches on the rope, 22 inches on the Figaro. And give you guys a good idea. I haven't looked yet. Am I right? Does the 5mm rope look better with a 7, having that 2mm difference? Not bad. Not bad. I do not think that looks bad at all. I think that looks pretty cool as far as that look goes. Now, again, I'm not too big of a fan of the super large, or, you know, large is, you know, relative, but I'm not too big of a fan of the larger Figaros because of the gaps. Now, the gaps, you know, that's the whole point. So there's nothing wrong with a Figaro. It's just me, again. But I feel like, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I feel like a 5mm rope hangs better with the 7. So you have that 2mm difference. I think it looks a lot more close to the 7, but because it's a rope, it just hangs, it just looks bigger. So therefore, I think it gives a good balance, a really good balance personally. Now, keep in mind, because those gaps are in this chain, that's going to give the illusion of larger, okay? The gaps actually make the chain look bigger. So even though this is a 5mm rope, in my opinion, the gaps in the Figaro are actually causing it to look larger, much larger than the 5, but I still think this 5 hangs very close to this 7 because it's a rope chain, even though you have that huge 2mm difference. So let me take this 12 feet back. What do you guys think? All right. Guys, forgot to mention this. I'm covered in sawdust. Okay, I just built a table for my mom. So, please don't mind the sawdust. The table came out great. I'm very happy about it, but I didn't get a chance to take a shower. Trying to be balanced. Anyway, guys, let me know, what was your favorite look as far as this goes? Do you like the look at all? Would you do a 5mm and a 7? Or do you think that the 4 and maybe the 8 would look good? What are your opinions on that, guys? Let us know in the comments. Thank you all for being here. Very, very happy to be back. Hope all of you are doing very, very well. And I look forward to getting to some of the more amazing comments that have been sent to us over this time that we've been kind of absent from doing the actual sizing videos. Be safe, guys. Talk soon. Catch you all at the next video.